Hello. So SwatFame was one of our very first clients, and you remember your first wins like the back of your hand. I remember starting this project with a very small team, and it now fills me with pride to see them come so far. Every year I set aside a certain time to visit our clients in the States. Virtual is nice, but meeting people face to face is a completely different experience. It helps you build trust, it helps you build a relationship with them. I went to see SwatFame's factory this year, and it was truly an amazing experience. It was great meeting Jonathan, Dan. We had an amazing time together, and I feel we have a very good working relationship as well. So we helped SwatFame build and modernize their existing legacy system. It was built in an AS400 system, and we built it in newer technologies like React and Laravel and those kind of things. And it truly was really good to see how that entire project or that entire system is helping them streamline their processes. It's a completely, one thing when you see it on paper, it's a completely different story when you're actually looking at the product working in production, helping them streamline their businesses. And if it was your amazing people who made it all happen, you really feel out of the world. Do watch the video to learn more about SwatFame and what we did for them.
Hi, I am Asim Masood and I am part of the SwatFame development team and more specifically managing the backend development. Previously they were using a desktop based application and they wanted to move on a web based one. So at that point we had two things in our mind to consider. The first one was that we had to choose a technology that has more powerful features in that to develop a really maintainable and scalable application. And the second one was it should be a common ground between the core district web development team and the client development team. So based on these 2 points, we decided to have React as the front-end development and Laravel for the back-end development.
My role in the development of SwatFame involved comprehensive sessions, implementing modular architecture and adopting iterative methods. The goal was to identify the key features, establish user workflows, and to address the potential challenges in the order entry system.
During the discovery process, we understood their requirements, we understood the problems that they were facing, and we understood their existing system as well. The problem with old system, their system was like 15 years old. Moreover, we also had some more requirements from them, like for example, they wanted their styles to have better visibility. And then they also wanted to have better communication between them and their customers. Created wireframe mockups and we discussed their wireframe mockups with them. So generally we do not start coding during the discovery process. We only start coding after the discovery process has been finalized. So there are a lot of advantages to that. Number one being that the developer time and cost is not wasted.
After the selection of tech stack came the actual development process. By using the agile model, we had more interaction with the client. We divided the development into small sprints and we used to have meetings with them weekly.
The iterative development method was chosen to enhance the flexibility and the responsiveness of the product. Regular sprints were conducted and the adjustments were made accordingly. This resulted in a more dynamic and responsive system. The system was built on a modular architecture to promote scalability, maintainability and ease of future enhancements. The system was divided into distinct modules just like order creation, user authentication, reporting and workspace. This modular structure allowed us for independent development and testing of the components and also helped us in avoiding system-wide failures, facilitating updates and expansions. Unit testing, integration testing and UAT were conducted at each stage of the development. This was to ensure that the system was bug-free and user-friendly at all points.
The challenges that we faced during this project was the challenge in discovery, that we had to look at their old UI, the 15-year-old UI, and had to create more user-friendly designs. Number two, that we had to use their old database because their systems were using the old database. We were not allowed to change the database, so we had to use their old database and create our new system on top of that database. Then was the reporting module in which the reports were taking a lot of time to generate, so we had to think of an asynchronous way of creating reports so that the user experience is not compromised.
If we talk about the challenges we faced during the coding process, there were a lot of delays in the old system, as Ahmed has already mentioned this. To cater to these delays, we introduced the Laravel Queue jobs and supervisor. to asynchronously generate the reports in the background and let the user know that the report is ready to download via runtime notifications, and this saved a lot of user time.
Security was a paramount concern for the SwatFame. Given the sensitive nature of the data, the system incorporated security protocols, authentication mechanisms, and regular audits to remove the vulnerabilities.
In order to make our production environment more secure, we prefer to use AWS services with automated pipelines for deployment. And as per as version controlling is concerned, we use Bitbucket that help us enormously.
In addition, a contingency plan and data backup strategy was established to ensure the continuity of development.
In this system, developing an order entry system and report generating were the major highlights of this system, which were taking a lot of processing, and but successfully we managed to make it more efficient, reliable, and definitely it is one of our biggest achievement as a team.
It was a wonderful experience working with the SwatFame team.